Can I lay by your side? Alabama, Arkansas, I do love my mom, but not the way that I...
This is the reason why millions of people are suddenly obsessed with Jordan all over again. Over a tight 6-month window stretching into early 2026, this former child prodigy completely rebuilt her career through an independent release strategy that nobody saw coming. We are witnessing a massive viral resurgence fueled directly by the YouTube vocal coach community, coupled with a major Las Vegas headline residency. To understand exactly how this explosion of interest arrived in April 2026, we have to look back at the foundation of her entire career. Hailing from Oslo, Norway, originally earned global acclaim as a jazz pop vocalist. For years, the general public primarily recognized her as a child prodigy who possessed an exceptionally mature voice. Her vocal deliveries carried an emotional depth and a unique jazz-infused pop style that seemed almost impossible for a young girl to master. That sheer talent set the stage for a musical journey that recently took a sharply independent turn, capturing wider audiences. Long before the current viral reaction cycle took hold, her early days featured performances on stages most artists only dream of reaching after decades in the music business. Her initial moment in the global spotlight arrived in 2014, when she performed live at the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize ceremonies. That appearance established her as a serious international talent rather than just another internet novelty act. Industry giants quickly took notice of her capabilities, which meant she soon found herself performing at the legendary O2 Arena in London. She took that massive stage to celebrate the 85th birthday of music producer Quincy Jones. That level of cosign from music royalty validated her jazz sensibilities early on. Following that momentum, she secured another major international milestone by writing the official anthem song for a FIFA awards ceremony. Each of these high-profile events cemented her reputation among elites, but she still needed a singular moment to shatter the mainstream barrier completely, right there. That mainstream breakthrough finally materialized during the 2020 broadcast season of America's Got Talent. The champions, stepping onto that television stage, delivered a haunting, stripped-down rendition of the iconic Queen track Bohemian Rhapsody. The performance acted as an immediate catalyst for immense global fame, completely shifting her trajectory overnight. Republic Records officially released her studio version of the cover on January 24th of that year, and the sheer velocity of its success stunned industry veterans. Racking up hundreds of millions of views across the globe, the viral track reached far beyond standard talent show audiences. What nobody expected was a direct response from the original artists, but the legendary rock band Queen publicly issued official praise for her unique vocal interpretation. Securing an endorsement from one of the greatest bands in music history proved she possessed a generational voice capable of reinterpreting beloved classics entirely on her own terms today. Converting television virality into a sustainable recording career requires massive institutional support, and that's exactly what arrived in 2020. Recognizing her raw commercial potential, Republic Records co-founder and chief executive officer Monty stepped in to personally sign her to the label. This major contract initiated a highly collaborative era designed to elevate her original sound. The label paired their new signing with heavyweights in the music industry, specifically matching her with the Grammy-winning production duo known as, because built their reputation producing hits for global icons like, and teaming them with signaled a massive investment in her formal debut. According to official press information released by Republic Records, these heavily produced introductory tracks garnered several millions of total streams within just a few months. Listeners flocked to streaming platforms to hear top producers frame her unmistakable voice inside a pop music context. Music critics openly celebrated this polished studio introduction, with American Songwriter magazine fittingly describing her formal debut as a momentous occasion. She maintained her elite performance schedule by returning to the Nobel Peace Prize ceremonies in 2023, but her artistic identity was rapidly evolving behind closed doors. July 21st of 2023 marked a major shift and she dropped her highly acclaimed extended play record titled Old Enough. Moving away from purely interpreting the works of others, this project established her transition into a mature singer-songwriter who pulled lyrics directly from her own private journals. The result was a deeply authentic jazzy pop sound that felt entirely her own. She carried this creative momentum forward into 2024 by releasing a series of collaborative singles alongside acclaimed songwriter Gad, delivering popular tracks like Bad Valentine and What a Wonderful World. Those releases hinted at a massive artistic growth spurt that was about to break completely wide open soon. While audiences enjoyed her polished major label tracks, a quiet but structural industry shift was occurring just out of the public eye. The true contrasting viewpoint of her career trajectory surfaced during a June 2025 video analysis published by vocal coach and music industry commentator. Breaking down the business side of this evolving career pointed out a fascinating new reality for the singer, noting that Jordan was label-free and operating as an independent artist for the time being. This precise observation suggested a distinct departure from Republic Records, stripping away the massive corporate machinery that had previously guided her release schedules. Leaving a major label ecosystem often forces young artists to slow down while they restructure their teams and secure new funding. But here is the thing that surprised everyone. This transition to independence seemingly unlocked an absolute floodgate of creativity, setting the stage for an unprecedented musical marathon that changed everything fast. Operating without corporate restrictions dictating her timelines, executed a prolific independent release strategy beginning in late 2025 that completely shocked her audience. Traditional album cycles usually demand years of waiting between projects, which meant her decision to drop 3 distinct collections within a tight 6-month window shattered every standard industry rule. The musical onslaught began on September 9th of 2025, when she independently launched her highly anticipated album titled Secret of the Soul. Just over 2 months later, while fans were still digesting the vocal complexities of that first release, she struck again. November 18th of 2025 brought the immediate follow-up album titled Secret of the Star, doubling her available catalog of mature, independent recordings almost overnight. This relentless output of original music provided an absolute of fresh material for her loyal to consume, proving that newfound creative freedom translated directly into intense studio productivity. Releasing consecutive studio albums only accounted for half of her independent resurgence strategy, because she perfectly paired those drops with a highly publicized return to the live stage. Securing a massive headlining show at the International Theater in Las Vegas on January 31st of 2026 served as a powerful declaration of her star power. The promotional material for this residency brilliantly captured her ongoing evolution, stating that Jordan has shined on some of the world's biggest stages as a vocalist, but now she shines even brighter as an artist. Financial metrics clearly reflected the massive demand to see her perform these new original tracks in person. Early 2026 data compiled by TicketSmarter revealed an average concert ticket price sitting at $97. Entry-level seats commanded $49, while fans eagerly paid over $200 for premium VIP access. That single night in Nevada generated pristine live footage that would soon ignite the internet entirely again. The final piece of her rapid-fire release puzzle dropped on March 6th of 2026 with the arrival of the Secret of Love project. She amplified this third launch by hosting engaging live stream events across both Tik and Instagram, communicating directly with her supporters without label intermediaries. However, the true engine driving her sudden April 2026 explosion in popularity stems from a phenomenon known as the reaction economy. A dedicated network of professional voice coaches on YouTube continuously harvests her recent live performances to demonstrate elite vocal techniques to their massive subscriber bases. These content creators actively dissect the polished footage from her recent Las Vegas sets, but they also pull heavily from older, raw moments caught on smartphone cameras. A prime example is her impromptu acoustic cover of Amy, Back to Black, performed casually inside a train station. By breaking down the mechanics behind these clips, educators transform her singing into mandatory curriculum for modern vocalists. When industry professionals with pristine credentials dedicate entire videos to analyzing your vocal cords, the algorithm inevitably creates a self-sustaining loop of viral discovery. Highly respected figures like Richard Fink IV, who operates as a 4-time world record-breaking vocal coach, routinely feature her performances on his platform. He is frequently joined in this space by Johnny, a Billboard #1 songwriter who uses his industry expertise to praise her compositional choices. This relentless analytical coverage exposes her catalog to millions of new listeners who consistently walk away stunned by her technical maturity. Waiting to welcome these incoming fans is a highly organized core community heavily managed by his own grandmother. Affectionately known online as Grandma, she actively runs a massively popular fan club channel on YouTube that keeps audiences engaged with every single milestone. She remains an independent artistry, completely controlling her own narrative.